4th of July is just around the corner, so what better time to celebrate
Fireworks,
Independence Day
baby. Fireworks.
than a 20-year sequel called Independence Day Resurgence.
Has it been 20 years?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Adam, the tagline is, we always knew they would come back. 20 years later, is it a better movie in any shape, way, or form than the
You
first
want the
movie?
short end of it or the long
Yes.
answer? No.
Let me give you a
Interesting.
checklist.
Okay.
Is the acting better?
No.
No, they took out the
In-
only
in-
Oscar nominee from the cast.
Right. In fact, the
Smith.
characters are. There are so many characters and so many intersecting plot lines that none of the performances stand out.
And there's a reason why most of these actors haven't had much of a career.
Right.
Bada bing. But is the
Ouch.
script better? They got 6 writers. I don't
No.
think so. Is the tone, the story, the pacing?
No. It's very cheesy, very silly, very jokey. Having said that, it is kind of refreshing that we got a big End of the World movie that's not as grim as other End of the World movies.
Okay. We've got a happy ending.
Yeah.
Not a surprise ending.
Not
though.
a surprise ending at all. It isn't particularly offensive. It's not like watching Transformers Revenge of the
Right.
Fallen by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
But it's a very dumb movie. Will it be a hit? I think it's going to make money.
It'll probably do okay. It feels like a mashup of all the alien invasion movies.
It is,
that
and I
we've
was
had
going to say,
before.
I don't mind a movie that winks at other movies, but it is a problem when you're reminded of just constantly much better movies.
But
And
this
that's
is
how
more
I felt when I
popping. Even the
watched it.
score sounds very John Williams.
Very John Williams. There's a lot of aliens in this movie. There's a lot of Star Wars, obviously.
There's no surprises. I guess that's what we're saying.
No, there are no surprises. I'll give it this, though. It's the best Independence Day movie I've seen since the first Independence Day. Can we
Okay,
agree
that
on
sounds fair.
So
Very good.
I'm going to say stream it.
Okay. Me too.
Maybe a matinee if you're a huge Independence Day fan and you want something
and
fun
you
to
like
do on 4th of
technical
July.
expertise, because there's a lot of that on display.
Yeah, but it's a very, very jokey movie.
It's got way too many characters. It's trying to balance the old cast and the new, and it's really, really trying to be lighthearted and fun, but it's got that new edge, grim and gritty, that just doesn't work with Independence Day.
It was predictable, but good humor. Yeah, I liked it.
I think we can both agree
So
on
let's
it.
move on. In Central Intelligence, Kevin Hart stars as Calvin Joyner. He's the all-everything in high school in 1996, but now as his 20-year high school reunion approaches, he feels he hasn't quite lived up to his potential until a very transformed, formerly bullied heavyweight shows up on his doorstep. Bob, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson,
And-
comes back into his life.
Did you smell what The Rock was cooking?
No.
That's all I want to ask.
Yes, I don't know.
Well, this
So-
is one of those very high concept movies like A Daddy's Home, the Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
Will Ferrell movie. I liked it more than that, and I think the reason that I would give this movie a pass is because The Rock shows comedic chops like he is yet to show until this point.
It has 2 elements that you
And
want
Kevin
in a
Hart.
comedy.
They're both
Lots of
fantastic.
good comedy, and they don't keep redoing or belaboring the same joke. There's
Right.
great chemistry between the two.
They're fantastic.
Dwayne Johnson's can play this guileless, goofy guy so well, and then
Yeah.
you couple with Kevin Hart, who finally gets a role that takes full advantage of his hyperactivity.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious. Action sequences are well choreographed and interesting.
To a certain extent. I would say that...
I mean, it is a parody of those
Right.
kinds
If
of
there's
films.
something that bugged me about this movie, funny enough, it's the Central Intelligence part of the movie.
Yeah,
I almost
right.
wish they wouldn't have done. It's so stupid
and so straight.
And I get that it's a
Right.
comedy, but seriously, I mean, Spy with Melissa McCarthy
Right.
pulled that stuff off. This doesn't necessarily pull it off. I
This
almost
is a
wish,
different type of movie.
Yeah, I almost
Right.
wish the two guys. I rather it would have just been about two guys coming together again.
Yeah,
for
but
their high
it's a
school
constant
reunion.
laugh affair. That's what I liked about it. I mean, there is some salty language, so even
Yeah,
though
it's
rated
almost at times it's like an
PG-13,
R-rated movie trapped in a PG-13 movie's
so
body.
be careful
kind
with
of.
that. But to me, it's still so much better than Nice Guys, a film that you liked.
I like Nice Guys more than you. I think I preferred Nice Guys to this, but there are things that I liked in
Right.
it. I think we're in it sounds like you'd say see it.
Oh, absolutely.
And
so.
I would say this is another film that I would say stream. So on June 24th, we have the Gary Ross directed Free State of Jones, starring Matthew McConaughey, and we also have, and I'm way excited about this one, the Blake Lively versus Great White Shark thriller.
Yes.
The Shallows.
Yes.
Looks like a lot of fun. Locally,
Who's
there's
going to win that fight?
Yeah, I think one's prettier than the other.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll find out which one is the better swimmer.
It was just intense, and the shark was so realistic. Like, it was crazy. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved it. It really was so good.
Also, Fathom Events is presenting Willy Wonka
Willy
and the
Wonka.
Chocolate Factory with
Great
Gene
film.
Wilder, the
They're
original.
bringing back the original in the theater.
Right, and actually that's nationwide, so check your local listings
Excellent.
for theaters.
fun to see
Also,
that again.
also locally, Labyrinth, 30th anniversary over at Main Street Cinema. So if you're in southern Utah, go check that out. Also, currently in theaters, we have Clown. In this sometimes campy, often diabolical horror movie, a family man turns into a murderous clown after putting on a mysterious suit in an effort to entertain his son at a birthday party. It's basically Killer Clowns from Outer Space meets The Fly with a little American werewolf, and Krampus thrown in for good measure. And it has just the right amount of I can't believe they went there moments. And while it's clearly made for a specific audience, there's no doubt I am one of those audience members.
Okay, so
I
you
enjoyed
say
this
see it.
movie immensely. It's very, very
Right.
fun. It's currently, you can watch it on demand if it's not playing in your neck of the woods. Also, premiering on Netflix this weekend, a terrific movie called The Fundamentals of Caring. This movie premiered at Sundance Film Festival. It's like a less serious version of Me Before You, and it features a bromance instead of a romance. And this film features affable Paul Rudd as a soul-searching man who takes a job caring for a wheelchair-confined smartass, played wonderfully by Craig Roberts. Together, this unexpected duo go on a road trip and teach one another a thing or two about life. Great cast chemistry. I highly recommend this movie. Absolutely terrific. So what else do we have? What do we have in local news?
Okay, so we want to remind everybody about the Doc Utah screening of the Oppenheimer documentary. That takes place on Friday, I believe, downtown at the Electric Theater. Don't miss that. It'll be great. It's a great documentary.
Looks fantastic. And then also we have Sunset on the Square downtown at the park. It's free. Bring your family. You bring out your lawn chairs. They do a movie in the park. They're showing Honey, I Shrunk the Kids from 1989, which is a great, great family film. So in closing, we wanted to talk about some not so happy news. Anton Yelchin, who many of you may know as Chekhov from J.J. Abrams' Star Trek reboot, passed away, kind of a freak accident, really, really horrible. Definitely an up-and-coming shining star, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends. He just recently appeared in a film called Green Room, which is getting a lot of great buzz. And he's in a really terrifically underrated movie called Rudderless. Check that out if you haven't seen it. And he's got a new Star Trek movie coming out. That's his swan song.
Okay, so we still recommend Finding Dory. Don't forget
Absolutely.
that little film.
Terrific
we love
movie.
that film.
And we want to thank the fine folks at Megaplex Theaters for all they do, especially locally.
Good. All right, thank you once again. I'm Bruce Bennett, film critic with madaboutmovies.org.
And I'm Adam Mast with Cinemast.net.
And we're film fanatics. Are you?
My name is Tiffany.
Kerry Wilson.
Kenny.
Anna Valle.
Kelly Young.
I'm a film fanatic.
I am a film fanatic.
I'm a film fanatic.
I'm a film fanatic.
And I definitely am a film fanatic.
Yeah, so
Jam-packed show.
busy holiday.
Tis the season,
Yes.
as they say. Lots and lots of movies, not nearly enough.